Alright, so what's up guys? Today I'm going to review a Triton super high roll or cash game. There's some pretty big names out there like LLinusLLove, Truteller, Paul Fua, Tony G, some other Chinese gentlemen, and I think it's Ikaxen as well. You know, as I said, some pain has already been inflicted, some pots have been won and lost, so I see a straddle out there already, so there's going to be some good gambling in there. Let's see. Ikaxen is fucked. He's got 5 deuce offsuit, and Linus has a good hand. He's going to be raising.
Think about other people, say good thing about you. Yeah.
As you see, Linus also just picks standard 2.5k, 2.5x. It's not like Linus has some kind of sick next level sizing here.
Yeah.
Is that too much to ask?
Jungleman's got an interesting spot here. This depends a lot on who's behind him, stack that and whatever, but I think this is still a fold. And it's also not like, you know, he exactly would love to be in the pot with Linus. Linus is also not very deep, which hurts hand like pocket fives, because, you know, it's a type of hand you want to flop a set multi-way, raise, bomb it again.
Really the best considered commentator. Absolute legend. Gotta give him some props.
I think it was him making a really fun Russian accent when we were playing Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think this play is losing by Jungleman, but obviously not that much.
Who's doing a Russian accent?
Linus opening,
The
20,000.
other guy, LLinusLLove. Yeah.
Linus. Just kidding. So it's better than Lennox. That's what Bill Perkins calls Linus. Linus is actually how you probably say it in Switzerland.
Yeah.
Who got Russian accent? Huh? Who?
They were like, when we were playing Super Bowl in Vegas, they were making a Russian accent, you know, when it comes to me. So they were always like making it fun.
So Linus is probably going to check his whole range. This board is quite good for Dan Cates, for Jungleman. In the sense that Jungleman could, I mean, if he has pocket fives, he probably also sends like 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s. Maybe has some, you know, hands like Jack 10 suited, etc. Linus really just wants to see free cards with a lot of his range. So, you know, and also he doesn't want to build a pot in case Jungleman does have a good hand. So I like the fact that he checked. And Jungleman can do whatever here because he's Jungleman.
I like it.
Even if you wanted to have a few bets here, I mean, pocket eights is just like this perfect medium strength hand that, you know, has quite a bit of equity but doesn't want to play a huge pot. So, you know, even if you wanted to have some bets, this hand is, you know, is just a pretty good hand to just be checking. You want a medium-sized pot with this hand, not a really large pot.
Go for right? Let's show that. Production guy also don't need to sleep.
When we play
Loeliger.
tomorrow?
Loves an open ender. It's gonna check it over to Jungleman here. Jungleman is gonna expect Loeliger to give up a lot here. With hands like ace queen. Takes a stab at it. Exactly the reason why this is a good spot for the eights to check. It's very easy to just check call.
Yeah, I like the play by Linus. Jungleman is sometimes going to bet, sometimes going to check. And he's also going to turn his hand into a bluff sometimes on like a jack turn or something like that. Trying to get Linus off a better one pair or an overpair, stuff like that. And one pair is actually an overpair too.
Most likely twice as well. He hits a straight. Jungleman might be tempted to represent the 8 himself.
Doesn't die this side.
Represent.
It doesn't make sense for Linus to lead here because it's not like he's got a big 8 advantage, even though he has 2 of them. So he checks, which I like. And Jungleman, as I said, like on a 10 or a jack or something like that, he may turn his hand to bluff with a half pot bet. So this is an alright play. But I think the main mistake for him is coming pre-flop. So he's kind of like playing himself out of a questionable call. So this play is, again, it's okay. And Linus is definitely going to call. It's very difficult to create some kind of raising range with this SPR on this, bad card for him. Yeah. So Linus is going to call, and I guess, well, depends on the run out whether or not Daniel calls. Whether or not he bets again.
Into straight he will. 48,000.
I love to be playing with the flags.
Great news for Linus.
I wish they were just regular chips. I wish they were just regular chips.
No, I mean it actually makes the game special.
Yeah.
You get in this feeling that it's actually a big bet if you bet in with the flags.
That's true. I don't know. I played with $100,000 chips. That still feels big.
I mean, the same. You're playing I don't know, like 5k USD tournament, and you have in the same 1k chip, or 100. You said 100k chip.
Yeah.
And with the plugs it's different. When we're playing in Macau, I like to, if you cover in all the table,
Linus checks it again.
From that point, it doesn't really matter how much you have if you cover in everyone. So I like.
So clear call by Linus, and again he wants to check. I guess Jungleman has to bluff this one through, right? I mean, Queen Jack now makes a nut if he were bluffing. If he hasn't like King Jack or King Queen not got there. So I mean, what is Jungleman gonna have? He's gonna have maybe like Ace Jack of Diamonds. I mean, that's not even a flop stab really. So yeah. His blockers are really bad, but then again, you can't really have blockers here, right? Because otherwise you just have a good hand. So I guess Jungleman just has to bluff this one through. But again, the mistake starts pre-flop. Not a big mistake, though. I'm maybe a little bit sour still that Jungleman owed me when I was playing PLO in Bobby's room, and he bet bottom 2 pair with no blockers on a straight run out. I raised my perfect hand, and then he just calls down. So maybe I'm sour. Let's see what happens.
Suspect that he has more than just a high card hand.
Flags.
Maybe we get Bobby in.
And just.
He's drunk.
That sounds unlikely.
No,
But wonderful.
Still a great spot.
Bobby, you want a seat? Now I'm
Still the
firing.
pause.
No?
Will he fall for it?
I'm down. Yeah, where are you? What are you doing? Okay, let's get the poker game going. I'll come and play. I'll come soon.
Bobby's coming.
Nah, Bobby's not coming. Too smart.
Yeah, I
He's
guess.
too smart for you guys.
He's not really keen to play young kids.
200,000 in the middle.
Every once in a while.
At least I didn't lose money to the pros,
Every
to the
once in a
pure
while,
pros,
he
right?
plays like this in Bellagio.
I didn't lose the money to the pure pros.
Lose to him and me.
Yeah, it's nice.
The biggest winners at the table, probably.
He likes it too.
It's nice. He's a nice guy. You're a good man. You're good. Luck. That's most important in life. Luck and health. What else can we do? So it's good. It's nice.
But you also need.
If I win, then I shout. If I lose, I'm quiet.
144,000 in the middle
A nice hand.
by Jungleman, gunslinger from America. Yeah, he's gonna get an easy call from.
Yeah. It's actually an impressive bluff here by Daniel or by Jungleman. So he knows he's bottom range. He doesn't have too many bluffs, and he can have so many value bets. Not a huge fan of the sizing. I think it doesn't make that much sense, but I do like the fact that he went for a big bet. Yeah, Linus is thinking it's possible the guy has Queen Jack, right? But at the same time, I'm just going to call. Maybe he sometimes has a set. He can still have like an occasional random bluff. And I just can't fold a straight here. And if Jungleman has an 80s, he may be betting the same size again. So yeah, Linus' play I think is great. I think Jungleman's play again pre-flop and was a small mistake, and then he kind of had to play himself out of it. I can't blame him for the play. I would still say it's 7 out of 10. 10 out of 10 hot though, and 9 out of 10 play for Linus. In the sense that I really like the play. It was just not that difficult of a play. Check calling 3 times, but still a good one. Linus has to call set on the river. No, I don't think he necessarily has to. It's really difficult to say what Jungleman's range looks like here. It's possible that Jungleman even value bets a set thinly. I mean, he is a former heads-up player. Can Jungleman afford your pre-flop Bible? I think he would. I think he used to be able to, but after this pot, I mean, he still got 240k. Yeah, it's 499, I think. So yeah, he can still afford it. The pocket fives flat call is a bit too loose, lucky skills. You could even say that no flat calls are better than having any there. Linus can min raise the river. No, Jungleman is not bet calling over his hand there, and he's not value betting king 9 or anything like that either. It was a pretty good hand though. Just shows how smart of a player Jungleman is, because a lot of modern players would just give up there, even though they're stone bottom range in a spot where they have many value bets.